to my channel, CryptoQ Media, and thank you for returning. As I speak, I can practically hear many of you asking when this will ever happen. At what point will XRP begin to generate a profit? Does this just now become apparent to us, or is it all just a big XRP fakeout that started at 38 cents and has continued over the last 2 weeks or so the whole way up to 66 cents? I think, was there really no point to it all? Sure, you would have guessed from yesterday's video that a lot of analysts have been sounding the alarm about the big picture, even though it's on a longer time frame. Even though this market cycle is shorter than expected, XRP will still hit new records. Many market experts believe that a correction may be imminent, especially if Bitcoin is leading the charge. And until this point, didn't you know it? We can confirm that. Is it any better now? I highly doubt it. Here is an additional word of warning. Also, this isn't scary because, in the big scheme of things, it won't affect anything. However, according to these beings, XRP can only become successful if Bitcoin experiences the greatest market decline. Recent XRP price action from a specific range was so short-lived that it was likely a fakeout, according to a couple of animals I'll reveal later in the film. Still, nothing has changed in terms of the big picture. There is no need to be afraid of this because it occurs. So, the big question is, will the market grow? Is there going to be a second season? I still depend on. I feel the same way. There's a lot to cover. To bolster my arguments, I have compiled the findings and opinions of several chart analysts that specialize in XRP. I want to make it apparent that I am not from a wealthy background. Financial matters are unrelated to my profession. Also, you shouldn't ever put your money into something because of what I say. Alright, I'll admit that I'm just a crypto enthusiast that enjoys making videos for YouTube. Contrarily, I'm just having fun making this movie, and as of Thursday, August 1st, 2024 at 5:36 p.m. Central Time, XRP is worth 59.9 cents. There has been a lot of volatility recently, and it fell as low as 57.3 cents yesterday. The other day, it reached a high of over 66 cents. Bitcoin, too, has been fairly erratic as of late. Although it didn't go as low as $65,570 just now, it did go to $62,488 a few hours ago. Consider this, between 70 and 62 people were hammering on 70,000 doors on July 29th. It's a significant drop. The fact that XRP was among the many market participants jolted by it suggests that it was substantial. When the market dropped a few weeks ago, XRP didn't do much to counteract it. On this particular case, though, it did. My goodness, XRP has been acting like a rock lately. Then again, maybe that's just because it's too early to tell. Dead coins are not suitable for that. Indeed, XRP's recent behavior is indicative of a dead coin. That being said, it doesn't always mean it will always coincide with market-wide price drops. That is not what it is capable of. Given its track record, it's safe to assume that XRP will mostly mirror market patterns. That it will lean to one way or the other for long periods of time is something else I'm well aware of. But eventually, these huge explosions do happen. And that amounts to practically no days in XRP's whole history. Where are you going to get the money to buy those huge bursts? So, you won't typically obtain the highest numbers when they do happen, which isn't often. When it comes to stocks, the same is valid. No 2 days are ever the same when these things happen. And you're involved with the asset in some way, whether it's through ownership of shares or another means. You either have exposure or you don't, and that's why I love my strategy of buying stuff and then doing nothing for years on end. Two things may happen since I joined the market in 2017, either the crypto pie grows, I get enough exposure, and I get a good metric F, or I make a load of money. I could be completely wrong, but it could also go to zero. The crypto market has just been expanding, which is somewhat disheartening. Then again, investing in anything could be dangerous. On top of that, my background is extensive. Oh, and I should mention that my favorite and most invested cryptocurrency is XRP. This means the plan is working. The place to be is in stock market investing. Also, in the Bitcoin market, the bigger the pie, the more exposure or lack thereof opportunities there are, and traders may rest easy for the time being. Make an effort to prepare ahead of time. How do you think the size and market capitalization of this asset class will have evolved in 10 years? I understand that our current situation is causing some people to feel depressed. Thinking back on the last decade will make you realize how much bigger we were. Do you intend to undermine it? People aren't as attractive or self-assured as they once were, regardless of whether you're exposed or not. So maybe you're not. An index measuring Bitcoin greed and anxiety at 52 out of 100. It refreshes once every 24 hours, and it will take another hour and 20 minutes before it updates. But people who are on the fence about it right now won't be surprised to see it go down. This is the tale that has been associated with the thought of asset price drops. That is to say, ABC News possesses this. While they may be talking about the stock market, the way crypto assets risk is often managed is rather similar. The stock market and cryptocurrency both took major hits as a result today. Stock market today, the headline says, as economic fears hit Wall Street hard as the Dow Jones Industrial Average drops more than 500 points. I shall discuss a small amount of this. U.S. stocks dropped on Thursday after a recent surge on anticipation of an interest rate cut by the Federal Reserve. Weak data has fueled concerns that the Fed might have missed the chance to do so, which might hinder economic growth. The manufacturing sector continued to decrease at a faster rate than previously thought, according to a report, sending the S&P 500 down 1.4%. The industrial sector has been hit particularly hard by the high rates. In part because of the report from the Institute of Supply Management, the U.S. market indices gave up some of their morning gains. Consequently, it declined in the same manner as index pickers tend to prioritize the S&P 500, Nasdaq 100, and Dow Jones, while showing less care for Russell 2000. Stunning? No, not exactly. Regrettably, the cryptocurrency market fell practically instantaneously. Alright, I'll concede that. But here's the rub, I'll even offer this explanation, regardless of whether it truly explains why the market acted the way it did. If this hadn't occurred, things would have been different, as market values almost seldom increase in a straight line. On top of that, whenever there's major movement like this, it always feels like the moment is rushed. Allow me to explain. I shall insist on saying this regardless of its veracity. Everyone was expecting this to happen anyway, especially when it came to cryptocurrencies. Does it mean it will make a big deal? Generally speaking, #altcoins is where chart handleless mustache shared this with his 129,800 followers. The monthly total market cap chart has finally shown a bullish cross. All the various types of cryptocurrency are now at your fingertips. In my opinion, this is yet another highly relevant sign. We didn't see anything comparable till 2020. At that point, I was here, and you can see where he followed it. The cycle's most exciting part was just beginning, by the way. I was in that phase of the cycle in 2020. The summer was mild. I found that dull. His reference to March's COVID crisis, when XRP fell below 10 cents, is clear. That is why I am convinced that this is its final opportunity to sell. As far as jobs go, that is the lowest one I've ever held. In March of 2020, XRP was priced at its lowest point when the crash happened. Furthermore, as it persisted in falling, there was no way I could reach the base. After all, that was an unrealistic expectation. However, I was able to purchase XRP for 15 cents. I have never paid so much for anything in my entire life. Bye for now, and please subscribe and like my channel.